Hello everyone, it's me Rez, and about 8 months ago I uploaded my first video on this channel, which was a video about my Ben 10 tier list. Now that was 8 months ago, and that video somehow has 120 views. But that was very outdated, and that was back when the channel was called RJ Like Stuff, so I'm glad we stepped away from those days. I've evolved as a human in these past couple months, and I'm just curious to see what my opinions are now. So that is what this video is about. What is my updated and current Ben 10 tier list? This video will be much more edited than the first one. It won't have a face cam with like me just putting every alien on the tier. I'm not doing that because I know those are bad for attention. So we're going to do a much more edited video and a much more cleaner and better one. And yeah, that's all I really got to say. So let's just jump into it. So firstly, I should explain the tiers. So we're not going to go for any like really crazy name thing. We're just going to go for an SABDCA. Wait, what? SABCDF. That's how we're going to do it, okay? So F tier means I hate them. D tier means I don't really care about them or I dislike them. C tier means that they're kind of below average, like they're okay. B tier means that they're pretty good, they're pretty solid. A tier means that I think they're really good. And S tier means that I think that they're amazing. By the way, I'm not doing the ultimates in this video. I'm going to save that for another video. So to kick off our tier list, everyone knows first is the worst. Except it's not actually the worst. I only have 2 aliens in the F tier this time. Yeah, last time I had about like 7. But this time I've only got 2. And it's not fast track either. I've evolved since then. But it is Topic and Jury Rig. Topic is just generally unpleasing to look at. And his powers are kind of lame. Like a scary face. That's not really too much of like a power. And Jury Rig, I mentioned this in my hot takes video. But goddamn, he is just so annoying to watch. I hate his UA design so much. His powers are kind of weird. I don't know. I just don't really like him. I just want to grab him by the tail and spin him around and throw him like a foxtail. And also, for the same reason why I don't like Arjit, is that he keeps on just screwing over like the main team and he's just kind of like a hindrance and he's really annoying. That's what Jury Rig was like in his first episode. Like, first thing he did when he transformed into him was take out Kevin's brakes in his car, and they just kept on having the worst, like, car ride in the entire episode. And now, we're in the D tier. And some of these aliens, I don't dislike them. I just don't really have much of an opinion, or I don't really care about them too much. And also, the alien that you probably expected to be in the F tier is Fast Track, and he's in the D tier. I don't really mind him. I don't really care about him too much now. Before I used to hate him, he was my least favorite alien, and I even gave him his own tier. But now, he's okay. Like, his design is bland, he's slower than Accelerate, he's got like a generic voice and all this stuff, and yeah. But like, he's okay. And when I think about it, why can't there be more than one speedster in the whole like alien world, you know? Surely there's more than one fast alien. So that's just what Fast Track is, even though I don't really like him all too much. But now, I don't care about him. I don't really like Walker Trout the Worst and Molestache all that much. At the same time, I don't really care about them, but they are kind of like irritating to watch on screen because, I don't know, whenever they show up, I always think to myself that this scene could have been like replaced with a much cooler alien and I probably would have liked it more. I kind of think of Ball Weevil, Walker Trout, the Worst, Molestache, and Pesky Dust as Omniverse's Andromeda 5. But it's not the Andromeda 5, it's the small 5. For Ball Weevil, Gut Rot, Octaguana, and Nanomech, I honestly do not care about them at all. Like, they could probably like get taken out of the show, and I would not care. Like, I don't really have any strong opinions on them. Next up is the C tier. And these aliens, they're just okay, you know? I don't really have any like strong, like hateful opinions on them. I don't think they're bad, but I also don't think they're very good. I would say the only alien that I actually dislike in this tier is Crash Hopper, and I don't really dislike him that much. I just think his voice is kind of irritating to listen to, and he was used like heaps in Omniverse, so it's kind of the same problem that people have with Spider Monkey. Some other aliens in this tier, like Frankenstrike, Ben Wolf, Wildvine, Lodestar, and Vampire, could have been much higher on this list if they were used more. And the last 4 aliens in this tier is Pesky Dust, Grey Matter, Brainstorm, Astrodactyl, and Chameleon. For the first four, I don't really have much of an opinion on them. I just don't really mind them too much, and they're pretty good. But Chameleon, I don't know. There's just something weird about him, but like I like him. Like his abilities are very generic, and he wasn't used like at all. But I don't know. He's just really, really cool to me. But I think it's because of the episode Prisoner Number 775 is missing, because that just so happens to be one of my favorite episodes of Ultimate Alien. Also, if you haven't noticed already, that means all three of the smart aliens, being Grey Matter, Brainstorm, and Frankenstrike, are in this tier. B for Big is by far the largest tier on this list, consisting with 18 aliens. So I'll try to go through them quite quickly. Four-Armed, Stinkfly, Ghost Freak, and Wildmutt are four classic aliens that you can't really hate, but they're not amazing. Ditto and Echo Echo are both in the B tier because I think they balance each other out. Echo Echo has the better powers and the better fight scenes, but Ditto has the better voice and the better personality, so I think that kind of makes them even. Amphibian, Terraspin, and Armadillo are here because you guys know I love the Andromeda 5, and I think they all have very unique powers and looks. Kickenhawk and Bullfrag are two physical Omniverse aliens that I quite like, and I think should have gotten more appearances. I mean, Kickenhawk is a physical fighting chicken, so what's there to complain about? But Bullfrag, I love the two episodes that he was introduced in because I just really like when Ben is stuck as an alien for a long period of time, like when he was stuck as Grey Matter or Big Chill. Eye-Guy, Jetray, and Edel are three aliens that I just really like, and whenever they appear in an episode, I'm not really complaining because I just like seeing them on screen. Upchuck is an alien that I know a lot of people love, but I just think he's a B tier, He's solid. And yes, I think Edel is better than Upchuck. I mean, I love the subspecies thing with the Gourmand, and I love that he's super, super powerful, but for me, he's just a B tier. The next two aliens, which will be rounding off the B tier, are going to be my most controversial takes in this episode, okay? Because these two aliens are probably the most hated ones in the whole Ben 10 franchise. So, I warned you for this. Last ones in my B tier are Atomics and Blocks. I know these two aliens are just really hated, but I don't know. I kind of like them even if they're bad. It's like The Amazing Spider-Man, It's bad, alright? The first movie. It's bad, but still kind of like it. I like Atomics because Ben doesn't have a nuclear alien, and yes, he has Gut Rod and NRG, but Gut Rod is mainly just kind of everything that encompasses making gas of whatever. And NRG is more of radiation, but Atomics is a nuclear alien, and I like that. And I like that Ben has another powerful OP alien, because it's kind of just everyone else, Clockwork Way Big, Alien X. So I like that Ben has another really powerful alien. And the robotic look, it doesn't really bother me too much, because there's robots everywhere, so who are we to judge a robot race of aliens? Now, Blocks, I gotta admit, Blocks is pretty great, alright? I don't care about, he's just a Lego gorilla that would never exist and be logical to have in real life. But one, it's not real life, it's a cartoon, so obviously there's no limits here. And two, maybe, who knows? In the Ben 10 universe, what if Blocks and the Segmenta Sapiens, they were the original ones and Lego just kind of copied them, That could absolutely be a part of the lore. But I just really like Blocks. I like his aesthetics, and I like that he can shapeshift his powers and do basically whatever. Now on to the A tier. These are some pretty baller aliens, starting with Clockwork. I don't really know why I like Clockwork so much, but I guess I just really like time travel, and he's just interesting to me, Same with Snarrow. I think mummies are really, really cool, and Snarrow is really, really cool, and I actually really like his classic design, probably a little more than the Omniverse design, just because I like the glowing green bits. But Snarrow was actually my first ever favorite alien, that I had, besides the powerful aliens like Four-Arms and Humongous, or I don't think anyone would argue with Upgrade, Big Chill, Feedback, and Way Big. They're just really, really good aliens, and yeah, I think everyone can agree with that. Chromastone and Spider Monkey are two Alien Force aliens that I think deserve more love, and I really like. Chromastone, his powers are really cool, and it's kind of different to anything else. And Feedback technically copied Chromastone, so yeah. And Spider Monkey, I don't really get the issue that people have with Spider Monkey showing up a lot. I mean, yeah, I guess he could get kind of irritating after a while, like the problem with forearms in the classic series. But I just really like Spider Monkey. Plus, it's a pun on a spider monkey, because a spider monkey is a type of monkey, and he's a monkey with spider powers. NRG and Water Hazard are my two favorite Andromeda 5 aliens, because I love NRG and his voice and all the puns that he makes, and I like Water Hazard because he's the only water-themed alien that can actually, like, shoot water, which is kind of crazy to think about. I also like the Andromeda 5 because they all kind of have, like, a different element, you know, to them. Water Hazard is water, NRG is fire, Amphibian is electricity, Terraspin is air, and Armadillo is earth, kind of. Well, he digs into the earth. S tier. The best of the best. The top dogs of the Ben 10 franchise. Kicking off the S tier, we have Goop. Goop is amazing. Goop is cracked. Goop is just fantastic, alright? I love Goop. You love Goop. We love Goop. Next up is Cannonball. And Cannonball, I just love him because of his powers, you know? His only power, technically, is to roll around everywhere, but he uses that so effectively to just bash into everything. And he was the first alien to get added on to the original 10 twice in the classic series and in Alien Force. Humongousaur is an alien that I think was every kid's favorites growing up, and it's one of mine too. I don't know, it's a big dinosaur that with super strength that could grow in Alien Force, and he's got a pretty cool ultimate, but I'll save that for another video. He's got so many iconic moments, and he's just an iconic alien. Gravitac is my favorite Omniverse alien because, come on, he's just so cool. I will admit his teeth is a bit ugly, but gravity powers are awesome. He can curl up into a ball and float around like a planet. He can create black holes. I mean, what's not to love about Gravitac? Heat Blast and Accelerate are two classic aliens that I think everyone loves. I mean, Heat Blast was literally the first ever alien seen on screen, so you gotta respect that and put some respect on that name. And Accelerate is just cool. He's got an awesome design. He can run so fast that he basically stops time, and he can make tornadoes. I mean, Accelerate is just awesome. So is Heat Blast. And the last alien rounding off the S tier is Alien X. And I don't care what anyone says about Alien X. I just love him, alright? Firstly, I love his design. It's so simple, but it gets the point across so easily. You know, he's a celestial being. That's what he's supposed to look like, and he looks powerful, you know? He looks like he can do anything. And it's the fact that Ben has him, you know? Because anytime Ben chooses not to use him, since he can just use him at any time, since as we know in the Cervantes arc, he can just use him whenever he wants. But every time he doesn't choose to use him, it's a choice to be a better human. Bellicus and Serena are also two incredible characters. I love how grouchy and funny Bellicus is and the dynamics they have between Ben. It's really entertaining. Now I know what you're thinking. That wasn't every alien. There's still a few more left. Well, that is because they are reserved for the one tier above all, the SS tier, which is basically just my 4 favorite aliens. So also, if you're been keeping track, I guess, you could consider the SS tier and the S tier as my top 10 favorite aliens, or top 11 favorite, I guess. All the aliens in this tier, you could reorder them in any way, and I'd still agree with that. They would probably still be my 4 favorite aliens. Starting off with Swampfire. Come on. He's so good. Everyone knows it. He can make, like, vines grow out of the ground. He can shoot flamethrowers. He can take himself out of a null void portal, and I don't even know how he did that. He can push down a hybrid weather station. Yes, Swampfire, one of my favorites and a classic. Now, next in this tier, and my 3rd favorite alien, I guess, is Ripjaws. Yes, I know, that sounds weird to hear, that Ripjaws is one of my favorite aliens, and at one point was my favorite. But there's, I don't know, I just really like Ripjaws. I love his design. His Omniverse design is amazing, and his classic design is good as well, just not as UA1. And I don't know, like, I just like that he's a fish alien. He's a fish monster. He's a fish human. And every time I told someone that Ripjaws was my favorite alien, they would always go, "Oh yeah, Ripjaws, but he can't even go above on the land, right?" Well, yes, but not every alien is supposed to do that. Like some aliens, they have to just be underwater. and he's a very niche and like specific alien to use in the situation. But that's why I like him. He's like another tool to use. Whenever Ben needs a swimmer, you always go for Ripjaws. Next up is the Hulk Hogan Wolverine Tiger alien that is Wrath. And listen, every time Wrath shows up on screen, I just can't stop laughing. You know, he's just incredible and hilarious and strong at that as well. Wrath is great, alright? And now, for my final alien in the SS tier and in this whole tier list, and my favorite alien out of all of them, out of all 60 something of them, is Diamond Head. Diamond Head is just incredible, you know? He's very versatile, he's got so many different abilities, you know? He can shoot diamonds, he can manipulate diamonds, he can change his diamond hands to punch you with like a diamond gauntlet, and a lot of diamond things. So that's just why I like Diamond Head, you know? And he was also the alien to beat Warlord Vilgax and Malware. So, you know, he's got some credit on him. I think my favorite of the Diamond Head designs would probably be UAF. I like all of them. I think they're all really good. But I think that UAF with like the dark blue body, like the chroma stone, and the crystals just look much better in my opinion there. And I do like the classic, the Omniverse, and even the reboot. I think the reboot is fine. But UAF just speaks to me. The fact that Diamond Head is also one of Ben's strongest aliens as well, despite being very, very simple, just like a man made out of crystals, also says a lot about him. So that concludes my 8 months later updated Ben 10 tier list. Let me know what you thought of this video, whether you agree or not, because I know some of these takes are going to be pretty controversial. I don't know, maybe you just really, really like Blocks and Atomics and you think that I am not a good opinion because they don't get the recognition they deserve. Or you may think that they are the worst aliens in the world and they need to burn in the deepest depths of hell. That's all I've got to say for now. Like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you later.